If the strong, silent type were a person, he would be the Sigma male. Despite their reserved attitude, they radiate confidence and respect from those around them. Others may want to follow their lead, which may or may not be in line with Sigma's goals. After all, the need for attention is more of an alpha trait. So, how do they manage to do it in the first place? Without uttering a word, how does one get the people to fall in line? Welcome to Inspiration Plug. Let's take a look at the 4 main skills Sigma males use to command respect even when they are quiet. 1. Keep your head down. We know that Sigma personalities tend to exist outside of groups, but a mature and wise Sigma recognizes the value of being a valuable, pleasant, and respected team member. Although Sigma males are an important part of any team and are often the driving force behind success, they frequently direct praise to other members of the group. Because alphas believe that the greatest way to get respect is to take all the credit for themselves, but manipulating people to appear superior is a surefire way to be labeled a con artist with no ethics. Instead, Sigmas can strengthen their existing appreciation for their accomplishments while also appearing humble by learning to exchange praise. This is also highly received by team members who admire and respect Sigma's ability to compliment others. As a result, he develops a strong work ethic and maintains a positive relationship with Sigma, both of which are beneficial to him in the long run. Keanu Reeves is a perfect example of this since he is constantly quick to deflect attention away from himself and focus on lesser-known members of his team. For example, he is frequently lauded for his action sequences, to which he politely accepts some credit for his fight scenes, but quickly shifts his attention to his stuntman. Keanu isn't downplaying his accomplishments to the point of self-deprecation by doing so, but he is demonstrating that he is confident enough to share the attention. Sigma males who have honed this technique can keep their dignity and respect while elevating others. 2. Nonverbal communication. There are so many creative and elegant methods to do this that other people won't notice that very few to no words were spoken. Sigma males will utilize active listening skills to acknowledge the content of the debate by nodding or making subtle facial movements. This makes people feel heard and validated, resulting in Sigma's opinions being respected. Hand gestures are another common method that can be used for a variety of goals. They allow Sigma to retain his participation, but more crucially, they allow him to notify others to cease talking moments before he begins speaking. This means he doesn't have to compete for attention in a room full of people. Instead, everyone falls silent and listens intently to his every word. To communicate confidence and retain engagement, the Sigma will use graceful hand gestures and keep eye contact while communicating. This also assures that everyone is aware that he is not through speaking and that no one will interrupt him. All of this is accomplished despite his low, controlled speaking voice because nonverbal communication is his method of being loud, active, and holding a room without raising his voice. That leads us to the next ability. 3. Unflappable calmness. Sigmas have a complex internal world that allows them to observe and internalize their environment before forming an intelligent response or reaction. Others admire Sigmas for their ability to remain cool, calm, and collected in the face of adversity, chaotic people, or even intimidation. True to their archetype, they march to the beat of their drum and stay on their level, rather than feeling compelled to respond to external aggressiveness or stress. No matter how hard other people try to provoke them, Sigma males will never take the bait because reacting gives them power over you, whilst remaining non-reactive keeps them in control. Regardless of the situation, the Sigma male appears calm and at ease, utterly secure in his ability to handle it. He is not trying to be a stoic, he is simply collected. His comfortable, laid-back posture would reflect this. He is not unduly energetic, he is not sitting hard and still, but he is utterly unaffected. This attitude stems from Sigma's unbreakable belief system, which allows him to act following his ideals and maintain consistency in his actions. This constancy also cultivates respect since Sigmas remain firm in their decisions, giving them a sense of finality, and this emits quiet confidence that contrasts with someone feebly striving to establish power for the sake of ego. Sigmas are born with a rare quality, the capacity to have genuine internal confidence rather than just pretending to have it, and this shines through. 4. Pay attention and absorb what you see. Sigma males have a lot of time to watch their surroundings, especially the people around them, and notice the small details that others overlook. This has a benefit in terms of social dynamics, as Sigmas must integrate to achieve their own goals or function in life. Taking a step back, you see, allows him to read the room, the tone of the conversation, the attitude of those around him, and even a strategy for charming them. This means that when he does speak, he is charming and delivers well-considered, high-value opinions, quality over quantity, in other words. Sigma's talents of observation enable him to command a large amount of charisma. The emotional and impulsive core of the brain, the amygdala, is responsible for producing fast emotions, according to scientists. You're more likely to have a low-value input and perhaps make improper comments if you jump in with your initial thinking. By stopping instead, the Sigma male allows that signal in his brain to pass, letting his frontal lobe, which is responsible for higher-level thinking, take center stage, allowing for a more insightful response. After all, a wise man once remarked that when you speak, you are only regurgitating what you already know. However, when you listen, you have the opportunity to learn something new. So, based on this in-depth examination of the 4 fundamental skills involved in silently commanding respect, we've learned that the less you speak, the more people will listen when you do. Because he embodies his convictions and exhibits them without hesitation, others admire the Sigma male's input and quiet authority. And, let's face it, Sigma males are enigmatic, so their attraction makes folks wonder what's on his mind, and they're hooked. The bottom line is that the Sigma male is usually the quietest person in the room, but unlike betas, who fade into the background, Sigmas stay vital, engaged, and integral parts of any conversation. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment.